One of my 2025 favorites that I'm taking into 2026 is Pastel Rainbows. They made me so happy. So let's make another one with a nice little pot of gold for the month of March. I'm starting out by lining out my design with my soapstone pencils. So I did my little pot for my pot of gold, and then I'm creating an arch for my rainbow. Then I'm going to fill in the base of my rainbow with Liquitex gesso just to give it a nice base coat, give it something for the paint to grip to, and then pastel colors sometimes can be hard to get full coverage when it goes directly on the rock, so this just gives it a nice base coat and it'll help the colors be nice and bright. Now I'm going to lighten up my black paint with a little bit of gray paint because since we're doing a pastel rainbow, I want my pot of gold to have just a slightly less intense color than black so that it kind of goes well with the pastel colors. So I'm just lightening it up a little bit. It's still nice and dark. You can still tell it's a pot of gold. And then I'm just going to paint that directly onto the rock. Now I'm going to take a chalk pencil and just kind of line out the lines for the colors in my rainbow, just to give myself a little bit of a guide. My soapstone pencil doesn't really show up on the gesso because it's also white, so the chalk pencil works really well. These are just pencils that are used for sewing, so they come in handy. You could also use a regular pencil. Now I'm going to start the rainbow. We've got this rose pink. It's a beautiful light but bright color pink, and I'm just going to start filling in all of our little rainbow colors. So I'm using kind of a fine line brush just because my space isn't super huge and I want to make sure that I can kind of keep nice straight lines. So this brush is a little bit longer and it works well to just kind of drag it across the arch, that shape of the rainbow, and it works well. And we're just going to follow this process for all of the colors in the rainbow. And if you think about the usual colors, I'm doing a peach color instead of orange. So if you think red, we swapped with pink. Orange, I'm going to swap with peach. Yellow is just going to be a nice pastel version of yellow, and then green, blue, and purple will all be nice light versions, the pastel versions of those colors. So it's still following kind of the traditional rainbow order and color. It's just we have kind of transitioned all of those colors to the lighter colors. And I'm giving this one coat. You may find that sometimes your lines are a little bit imperfect, which is fine. If they're not perfectly straight, that's okay. We have opportunities to kind of straighten it up. So this initial coat will go on, and then I'll let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and actually give it a second coat so we make sure that we have good coverage. That's also a great place where you can kind of clean up some of the lines. I found it was a little tricky as I was going towards the right side of the rock. My I guess spaces of color tended to get wider towards the right side of the rock, maybe because of the arch. And that's just kind of the way it was playing out. But I was able to smooth all of that out either in this phase or with the extra second coat of paint. It's also okay if the edge around the pot of gold got a little bit of color on it because that still needs a second coat of the blackish gray paint. So we can clean up the edges there as well once we have all of the rainbow colors on. I'll be honest, St. Patrick's Day is not one of those holidays that sends me overflowing with rock painting ideas. Sometimes I struggle to come up with them, and some years I don't do anything special. But when I was thinking about the pastel rainbows this year, I was like, ooh, this could be a fun one. So this design is similar to some that I've done in the past, but it's different because of the pastel, and we're also going to use some different mixed media on this one that'll make it really pop. So second coat of paint is on. Now I'm going to clean up the edges on the pot of gold so that they are nice and smooth. You can see how they're kind of rough around the rainbow side, but we're going to clean that up because it's a nice dark paint. It will be no problem at all. Okay, now we're gonna have some fun because I got some more of the magnetic gel nail polish. This one is a rainbow cat eye, so it's kind of a top coat from what I could see online when I ordered it that will go over any color. It's got a lot of very fine glitter in it, and I thought it would be fun to put over the rainbow. I kept a little bit of alcohol nearby in a paint palette because that will help me clean off the disposable eyeliner brush that I'm using to make sure that we've got the coverage extending all the way over all of our acrylic paint. The nail polish brush is a little bit thick, so I didn't trust it to do the edges super carefully. So I used one of my disposable eyeliner brushes, and you can clean those off with alcohol in between the gel polish. And once we get this on here, I'm going to take the magnet that came in with the gel polish and just run it along the rainbow's kind of arc to just kind of move that gel polish around a little bit. You don't see a whole lot of movement here, but you can kind of see it. And then I did it also on the other side. So in theory, this would have pushed a lot of that kind of glitter and shimmer towards the middle of that band of the rainbow. And then I'm curing that for 60 seconds. And then I'm just gonna keep repeating the process on every single band of color. And I will say that what I've found so far with the magnetic gel polishes, that I think they all, no matter what color you get, seem to show up better. You can see the effect better when it's over black paint. I had seen this one used over different color nail polishes, so I thought, it might be fun, let's try it. It's kind of it looked like an iridescent, very similar to the Extreme Hologram glitter paint that I love to use so much, but much finer glitter. So I thought it would be worth a try, just to give it a nice kind of background shimmer and just something that'll pick up the light. I'm guessing that the resin will again kind of bring this look out even further because it always makes glitter pop even more. So it was just a fun thing to try. I will probably try it on other colors, darker, lighter, but most likely it's gonna always look best on top of black. I did end up getting my bigger magnet out just because it was easier to hold than the ones that came in this polish. It has more of like a pen grip to it, so that made it a little easier to hold it at a good angle and to be able to see that glitter moving along the rainbow a bit. I told you we were gonna have fun with mixed media, so now I'm getting out my UV gel top coat and some gold chrome nail powder and a dotting tool. And so I'm going to add some dots of the UV gel top coat above our pot of gold, and I'm gonna do this in kind of phases. I'm gonna cure it in the UV light for 60 seconds, then add the gold chrome nail powder onto my dots, and then brush that off, and then we're gonna repeat and add more gold nuggets. And so my thought here is that I want this rock to have a little bit of dimension. It's gonna actually have some texture because you'll be able to feel these dots, and it makes the gold nuggets look like little gold nuggets, right? Because it gives it kind of a 3D shape. So just repeating this process until I feel like I've got enough little nuggets on there and that they're adequately covered with the gold chrome nail powder, and just making sure that that's all brushed off. And then I'm going to take some gold glitter paint, because we're just out of control today. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm gonna put that on top of the chrome nail powder because this just takes the sparkle to the next level and it looks really cool. I've done this before. It's a really fun look to get the 3D look and then add additional sparkle with the glitter paint. And now to tie this gold in with the rest of the rainbow design, I'm gonna take this detail nail art brush and this Deco Art 24 karat gold paint, and we're gonna make very thin lines of gold in the rainbow. So when I did pastel rainbows last year, I outlined them both with black on one design, and then I also did gray because the gray kind of fit with the pastel. It was lighter and less intense, but I wanted to tie the gold into this design. So we are going to add gold outlines to the rainbow, and I just love how this is looking. And the other benefit of this is when we were doing the rainbow and I said if your lines were a little bit imperfect, this helps smooth that out. These brushes work so well to make smooth, crisp lines. To tie in the St. Patrick's Day theme, I am going to take the same green we used in the rainbow and brighten it up with this parakeet green so that there's a contrast from the green in the rainbow. And I am going to use this Petal dotting tool to create a shamrock because I'm a cheater. No, shamrocks are hard for me, and I feel like I might get corrected that I don't know if shamrocks have to be a 4-leaf clover or if a Shamrock has the 3. I'm not sure, and you guys will correct me because you always catch me when I'm off on something like this. So educate me, you encyclopedia geniuses out there. But what I'm doing is creating chunky hearts with the Petal dotting tool and then kind of smoothing them together with the detail nail art brush. And then I will also draw a very fine stem from the bottom of the Shamrock. And it's kind of more squished together than I had planned. But we're gonna fix that after I get the stem drawn on here and the paint has dried. While we're waiting for that paint to dry, I'm going to take my Sakura Pigma fine line brush pen and give a quick outline to the details on the pot of gold. And this just is a full black, so it does show up just ever so slightly. And then I'm going to take that magnetic gel polish and just dab a dot on there and create a little swoop down to give that kind of shine element on the pot of gold. Now that my Shamrock is dry, I am going to also outline it with the gold paint and the detail nail art brush to give it a little more definition around it, the little leaves, and also make it tie into the rest of the design. So this is looking super cute, but I feel like it needs a little bit more sparkle in the middle of the Shamrock. So we are going to get out the Extreme Hologram Glitter Paint because I want the sparkle to be contrasted to the one we have already using the magnetic gel polish on the rainbow part. So this has chunkier pieces of glitter, so it will have a different type of sparkle in the way that the light catches it. I also put it on with a dotting tool because that really gets it on there nice and thick so that you ensure you have nice, good coverage with the glitter paint. And look at the contrast. You have beautiful fine sparkle in the rainbow and bright light catching sparkle in the Shamrock. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch, and I'll see you next time. Take care.